Welcome into the Bullshit Pretend Friends Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I'm Gordo, joined by Bergs.
How are you,
Welcome
mate?
back, mate.
Yeah, how are
you? Well, moving on.
Interesting week.
Was one way of putting it. Another way would just be fucking bullshit. But,
The old fucking, you didn't look both ways for trains and got cleaned up by one.
I wouldn't call Shaky or Cam Thomas a train. No,
He's Thomas the Tank Engine, mate.
that's Thomas Bryant.
Thomas the Tank Engine is shaky, and he probably sat on the train tracks a bit too long this week, mate, and got cleaned up by the Cam Thomas show. With his three consecutive 40-point games.
I'm sick of this analogy already.
I love it already.
So I lost to Shaky this week. Berg successfully jinxed me by tipping me.
Yes.
Berg successfully jinxed Simo by tipping Simo to beat him. A bit dicey there. It felt like you were tanking, but oh well. So I tip you, knowing that you were jinxing Simo.
Yeah.
We both tipped Aaron. You tipped Richo. I think you said last week that this wasn't a jinx. This was just you thinking Richo would win against Surge.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Did they draw? I don't even look at it.
Because
no one cares about that matchup, Richo. You've been banging on about it all day, and that's how little I cared. I haven't even fucking looked at it.
I think Richo's actually up.
Richo! Is that game still on or is it all done?
No, there's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter there.
Oh. Richo!
Okay.
He's up
I guess we'll have to revisit that.
He's up by one steal, yeah. The Donkey doesn't get steals. Should be safe.
Yeah. He probably is. Oh, well done, Richo. Knocking off Surge.
Fucking Surge, eh? Wants to hold on to Chet and can't even beat Richo.
We both tipped Crouch and we both tipped Matt.
Look what stats Surge lost. What categories, by the way?
Surge lost rebounds. He lost steals, blocks, and turnovers.
What are the two?
And field goal.
What are the two obvious ones that he's not very strong at and he should try and improve, but he won't?
Are you trying to tell Surge how to run his team?
No. I'm just explaining that the stats are there and they don't lie. He was happy to go 4 weeks ahead and look at my players in the last week of finals, but he can't look at his team and see that he can't beat anyone in steals and blocks. He thinks he's going to win the title doing that shit. He thinks holding on to Chet is a good idea, and I think it's a fucking horrible one, considering his playoff history.
I'm not sure how much free advice Surge actually wants from either of us, but
he's gonna get it, whether he likes it or not. Whether we're experienced enough to have it or whatever, or give it to him. I'm still gonna give it to him because it's so blatantly obvious that the two shittest coaches in the league pretty much can fucking see it. But
I don't think Baker or Marcus can see it.
Well, that's this year. I'm talking about overall, mate. These balls you've been in together? Fair few, brother. I've been in 3, I think. How many have you been in?
I think also 3, but Marcus has been in a few as well.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, but Marcus made a final, as the old Baker goes on about, making a final makes you automatically better.
Okay, that logic is flawed, but whatever.
Oh, very flawed. That's the only argument he has, though. So, obviously, Crouch won this week. Brain.
Yep.
I think Crouch just didn't really care.
Well, Crouch said earlier that Marcus would have beaten him maybe if Crouch had only checked his team 3 times instead of 4. Marcus losing to that is probably a solid indication of tanking, which probably just remove his pick.
He's always an interesting one, Strobel. You can never read what he wants to do. But doesn't want to trade, doesn't want to do nothing. So oh well, enjoy another playoffs, I guess. Hopefully that's backfire.
So big week coming up.
Yeah, the league's pretty much got what they wanted. Let's be honest. This is the dream week for the league.
This was highlighted as the probable scenario coming into the season.
This is the main event. It's the BSPF equivalent of the play-in in the NBA, because it's pretty much like that. It's going to be interesting. Very, two teams who, apart from really field goal and threes, are pretty even. You should maybe free throws. I think you're better than free throw. Way better than me. Free throw.
If I lose to you in turnovers, I'll be a bit disappointed.
Well, my turnovers were low this week, and I had Mitchell play 4 and Sabonis play 4, and the turnovers were pretty good for me, which is rare. That's what I mean. I had a really good week, so I'm not taking much out of it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a close matchup, mate. I think it's going to be pretty close.
Yeah.
Hopefully we just draw. And everybody gets nothing and I still win.
No. No, a draw is just a win for you.
I've just got a message from someone that to let you know that they'll trade you your first back for Joker.
Solid pass, Daniel.
We all know who that's from. Look, I'm going to call him out here because he's pretty much single-handedly made it his mission to make sure I don't blow it up. And he thinks I'm silly and he doesn't have ulterior motives. Buddha, I've been your mate long enough, mate. I know your ulterior motives, buddy. You're just saying it to me so Gordon doesn't make the playoffs. And then he goes in the group chat and he's like, I don't care about Wemby. Yes, you fucking do. Shut up. I don't care.
That's probably about the only thing he cares about.
Yeah, well, fucking clown. But, he's happy to know, Buddha, that I'm not blowing it up, mate. Gordon hasn't offered me anything decent to blow it up. He doesn't have a hot sister, so I think we're just going to have to go head-to-head at it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
The tiebreakers are fucked, mate. Let's talk about them. Fucking joke of the tiebreakers. Look,
the tiebreakers aren't really relevant. They were only relevant if I'd beaten Shaky.
They're out of the window now. They're shit tiebreakers only because I was last in them.
You were last in them because you lost to Aaron.
Garbage, mate. I lost to Aaron, but fucking we won all, mate. What are you all about?
But you lost the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I did. One category.
So
Aaron loss might fucking haunt me for the whole summer. Or the whole winter, sorry.
It might. And my Shaky loss might also. No, actually.
We both lost to Shaky, mate.
Yeah.
We both lost him early, round 1 and 2, back to back, mate. He had the Ratcast double. Double in 1 and 2.
Yeah. So Shaky apparently, he tried for the first 2 weeks, then didn't try for 14, and then tried this week.
I think it was 3 and 1, and then he's tried the last 3 weeks. So I think against me, against Aaron, and against you, he's tried because he just wanted, his words were, he wanted to try and fuck us over for playoffs.
Well, that's genuinely unfair. You don't get to just give free wins in the middle of the year and then try at the end.
It's out of this league, mate. Clearly. Hey, you could have given me fucking free wins early in the season.
You should have needed to just be a buy all year like Baker. At least Baker had the integrity to just give everyone a free win.
Yeah. Some people 2 free wins, by the way, including you.
Well,
they weren't so free, were they?
They were pretty free.
Were they?
I didn't check my. Yeah, there was a close one because I didn't pay enough attention.
Oh, okay. You put on the crouch. Put on the crouch, mate.
It was the week before Christmas.
So, trades. Obviously, been a few trades this week. one very irrelevant one that we don't even need to mention, or are we backing the all trades matter motto, mate?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
No, yeah, we don't care about shit.
So there were two trades. There was the one that's just gone down, which was Simo giving up a second to Crouch for Bojan Bogdanovic.
Has that been posted? Or is that just going through on Fantrax?
I think it's just gone through on Fantrax.
Okay, I haven't even looked at it. So they're not doing their jobs and posting their own trades. They're all saying it.
Well, I don't think it is their job. I think Matt just said, "Oh, you're allowed to now. It's not a shot," but he didn't say that you must do that as part of a trade.
Has it gone through though? On Fantrax, I can't see it. I can only see the other one. You killed him one. But yes, Simo has absolutely got a steal there. That's for sure.
Yeah. So Bojan, and
oh, there it is. Yeah,
Aaron Gordon.
Yep, there it is. For a second round pick and Reggie Bullock and Malik Beasley, a couple of relevant players.
I don't think what Crouch got back there was really what we're meant to be paying attention to.
Just rather than drop them really.
So yeah, that's a good deal for Simo.
And then obviously you, mate. You made a trade.
Yeah, just getting a bit of extra depth for playoffs.
Keldon, I don't really rate Keldon to be honest.
I think
he's actually had a good game. He had a good game today actually. And the day before, last game.
I wouldn't say I rate Keldon Johnson, but I think that a guy that scores 20 points and is probably the number one option or number two option on his team is worth throwing a third round pick out for at this stage of the year.
Shaky and that would have gone on about how it was fucking rape. It's not rape, mate, because Shaky wanted a second rounder, mate.
Yeah, I think if I'd given up a third for Isaiah Jackson, I think that's Buddha just trying to talk shit, but he likes to trade first round picks for second round picks on a consistent yearly basis.
Well, he's got 5 second round picks next year, mate. He loves a second. He loves a second rounder. You got fucking 5 of kids. So look, if you could there, is there going to be any other movement, you reckon? Am I going to trade with anyone?
You probably should, but Crouch still has John Collins to give away. But I guess by the time this goes up, that would have resolved, I imagine.
Who's getting
John Collins?
If he's giving away Gordon and Bodgebog for a second, he's going to want more for John Collins. He's not just going to give him away.
I think he's getting a second for John Collins from either Aaron or Matt. Oh, Matt doesn't have a second.
Yeah,
maybe Richo.
Yeah, Richo probably. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, I would go for John Collins anyway. Just because I don't have what he would get, what he would want.
You mean you don't have a second round pick?
Pretty much, and I don't. Yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. I did chuck in my third for Aaron Gordon. But you can't give. You got to take a second every day of the week.
Yeah, I'd thrown out the same line
as well, mate. As well.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
So Simo having that second round pick proved to be too tasty, I guess.
Just early wins. Didn't have to sell his shit too early, I guess.
Yep.
Always helps this time of year. But yeah, I'll veto all them trades, so it's fine. Collusion.
Yep, that's fair. Especially if John Collins ends up going to Aaron, that's absolutely be collusion.
Oh god, fucking hell, bro. I guess I do want to finish fucking third, Simo or Richo. I don't think you really want to be beating Aaron. You don't want to be beating Aaron in a playoff. Depends who's back after the break, I guess, for him. Is Cat back?
No, but he's got everyone else.
Everyone else is back there, right?
Yeah. So Booker's back.
He's going to be a dangerous team in playoffs.
Yeah.
You would assume.
Yeah, he will. He will be. So who is? I guess we'll go back to. We should review our pre-season predictions then.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I didn't organise this well enough. So I do not have them.
Something we can do after All-Star break, mate. When it's officially the end of the season.
Lord. 2-week matchup coming up.
Yeah, that's the worst part. 2 weeks of pain, bro. I've got a lot of games in the first part of the week too. First part of the 2 weeks.
So we never actually came to a conclusion about Matt never said anything about whether we're changing from the 33 game week or not. So I guess that we are
I
not.
can get games very easily. So I've had a brief look. Like very easily. Can get my 33 games. I've got like 38 of my normal players without playing any depth players. So
Yeah.
you should very easily get your games. Just might have to use a couple more players than usual, you know.
Well, if it stays at 33 though, it'll be probably having to make some tough calls around who to sit.
Yeah, basically, yeah. There'll be some decisions to be made. This is why I don't probably want to trade for any more players. I've already got enough decisions to make. Don't want to have more. That's when I fucking cost myself, mate. The only good decision I made this year is trading in Brunson. Ever since then, I've gone fucking 5 or 6. Getting rid of fucking the cancer that's Jamal Murray. Terrible trade, but I've won 5 or 6, so I'm not even going to complain about it.
Was that trade? That was not the Jamal Murray trade though.
That was Jalen and Jamal, but that was a terrible trade.
Yeah.
But I've won 5 or 6 since doing those 2 trades, so I'm not sad.
But you probably could have kept Jamal Murray and just got Jalen Brunson and
fuck Jamal. Fuck him. Fuck him, mate. He can go fucking just hang out with your fucking fat ass center. But he has played well since I traded him. He didn't play this week, so you know. Didn't play at all this week.
Yeah. He had some loyalty to you, I guess.
Yeah, he was a good lad. Had a quiet word, slipped him a quiet Benjamin, and he was fine with it.
You slipped him a quiet what? We were using American.
Yeah, Hungy.
American. Yeah, right. Yeah, we don't use that here.
Well, he's American, mate. So, or a greenbacker for us Aussies. Slipped him a greenbacker, mate, and he was happy with that. He didn't play a week. I probably still would have won if he played anyway. I'll go and say that.
Yeah, probably. Like you.
I probably would have had a lot more choices to make. But yeah, I would have won.
Yeah, it seemed pretty convincing against Simo. So.
Yeah, but no, I'm under no illusion that it was I got very lucky with how his schedule went. He'll be different in playoffs. Just how he'll be back.
Yeah, like
Mikal today. He's going to dominate in Brooklyn, mate.
Yeah, it looks that way. Couple weeks to go, so yeah, I guess KD will be back by then.
Yeah, he's back up All-Star, and he's what he's meant to be back.
He's when he's supposed to be back. He has to acclimatise to a new team, and
yeah,
I guess he's not the number one guy anymore.
It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic of the Suns. Not in a fantasy sense. How they going to go.
I just want to see KD fail. That's all I really want.
Well, most people do. I don't really care. I think it's great. I love it. I think it's I think it's a very ballsy move from Phoenix. They've gutted their depth. And it's, 1 or 2 injuries, they're pretty much fucked. So, but ballsy. Hey, I pay any ballsy moves like that.
Yeah, sure. Just always have to root against KD and hope that his legs fall off and he becomes that true snake.
Are they the favourite?
Like betting odds.
West at least.
I think they are the favourites in the West. Yeah. So we'll see.
It'll be interesting. It'll really be interesting. Because Boston will be second favourites, right? Who is one of the West right now? I haven't even looked at the standings in fucking ages.
Denver are top of the West.
Yeah.
So I think Boston have been the championship favourites. All right. So week 18, most things are sorted except for who makes the playoffs out of you and me.
Yeah. Just a fucking nice Swiss cheese off.
Win and in scenario for both of us.
Pretty much, yep. Oh, draw for me. I can draw and still make it.
Yeah. Draw's good
So
enough for you.
I will try. I will be trying if if that's the case. But you never try for a draw. Fuck me.
Yeah. Good luck trying to like just get the exact same amount of stats.
Yeah, nah, just try and win, mate. It should be a close matchup, brother. I've had a good look at it already. Should be interesting. If we're all it's gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, gonna be a stressful couple of weeks. Although I'm a bit glad that there's All-Star break next week.
The thing is, let's look at some positives and some negatives, right? So if I do miss, Baker gets a second chance at Wemby, which I don't mind because Baker's shit. If you miss, Buddha then has a chance at Wemby, which we all hate.
Yeah, that's terrible. No one wants that.
The league probably doesn't want me to make playoffs so they can taunt me about going all in and missing playoffs again. So
I think that they get that.
Answer, but they'll probably get that both.
They get that either way. Yeah.
But with me, it's my second time,
In
the space of 3 years of going all in and not making it.
Yeah, that's unlucky. But I don't think they'll bring that up regardless.
What would you prefer? Would you prefer to be the one that gives Baker Wemby, or the one that doesn't let Buddha have a shot at Wemby? Because it's not you. This is all about me. So what would you prefer?
I think that you're pretty accurate with if you had to pick someone to land Victor, it's Baker because I think that there would be no worse feeling than being the one responsible for gifting Buddha Victor. And as the person who gifted Buddha Luka,
fuck yeah! I forgot about that.
I can attest to that.
Fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be. Baker has already been messaging me before we did this recording, asking me what I'm doing if I'm blowing it up because obviously he cares. Buddha's been making sure that I'm not blowing it up all week because obviously he cares. It's great to see that they're caring about themselves and not me, which is great.
Yeah, so Buddha's being quite disingenuous there. So maybe you should just blow it up just to spite him.
Oh, look, spite is a wonderful thing, but I've got spite coming at me from fucking all angles, mate. I am like a woman in a bukkake. There's just shit coming at me from everywhere, right? And I just don't know what to do. I'm just going to go for myself and try and win.
Can we just roll that back a bit and say that a gangbang has involved shit?
Well, look, I didn't want to say the actual word, mate.
Why not? This is not a G-rated part. There are no children listening.
Just like a bird in a bukkake. I've got jizz come at me from all angles. All right. Is that where you thought I was going with that, mate?
I just thought you meant literal shit.
As Richo says, I'm just horny, right?
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We're not here to kink shame, so carry on.
Carry on. But yeah, so it's just been funny this week, just the way that people have been saying shit to me, what is but you want to win, blah blah blah. Mate, I know you don't care about me. Stop.
Yeah, that's quite disingenuous and selfish to just to act like he cares.
Bahrain actually care. We had a bit of a chat today. He actually was like, it's pretty. You've been shit for most of it. You probably should try and win and all that. So he was being okay.
Okay, Matt, shut the fuck up.
Matt
Who
actually,
do you think you are, Matthew?
He was I think he was disingenuous too because he wants the banter more than anything else. He wants the league to have the banter. That's what he cared about. That was his whole selling point to me. Imagine the banter.
See, he's just as bad as all the rest of them.
Yeah, he's got no time. He's got the time in his hands now. He does nothing else in the league, and he can message me and talk to me for an hour.
Do some work.
Don't you do something? I might vote back ESPN just so he can do some work again.
But then nothing would ever get done because he would refuse. Yeah, trades would never get processed.
Nothing would happen, man. Fantrax is here to stay. If you vote against Fantrax, you're an idiot. I guess we'll talk about that later on.
I don't
So
want
it's going to be the next podcast. Is going to be a very sad podcast, mate. It's going to be the death of one of us. It's going to be.
the
carry.
rise of the other.
Yeah. And then so can't interview ourselves.
No,
I
guess.
We probably should get Crouch on next week, right? Because it can't be one of me or you.
Well, Crouch had an open invitation, and chose to ignore it. So
is that what happened? He didn't want to be part of this.
I guess he's too good for us. Which Crouch is pretty good. But he's too good for us.
Mate, it doesn't matter how someone is. If they don't want to come on our Ratcast, mate, they're dead to us, right?
So the other mostly irrelevant matchups this week are Buddha versus Shaky.
Oh, God. We need some bets, mate. Like there has been not enough bets in these irrelevant matchups. It's a fucking joke. You are just disgrace out there.
Yeah, once again, like
irrelevant matchups need to have bets. I don't give a fuck. It should be a league rule.
Yeah, there's a few dead rubbers out there this week. So Buddha versus Shaky. Who you want to tip there?
Shaky.
Yep, cool, same. Richo versus Marcus. I tip Richo there. Yep. Simo versus Aaron. So here's a big
could be
one.
A prelude. That could be a prelude right
there. Could it?
Fuck, man. I don't know who to tip in that game.
I guess it depends on if you want to curse someone or not.
I don't really care. Doesn't bother me if I finish sixth. I'll play whoever's third. Richo or Simo. Doesn't matter. So I think
we got to pick one. I'll tip Simo.
Oh, well, then I'll tip Aaron, just because I've got to catch up a couple, don't I?
Yeah, you do. All right, and then we got Matt versus Serge.
So Richo held on, by the way. Is that game over yet? Or not still going?
It should be, yeah.
40 seconds. Still no change.
So we've got 40 seconds for Luca to get a steal. Is that what you're saying?
So that means is that my tip? If I win that, that is my tip, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So if Richo wins that, then we're both four. We both go 4 out of 6 on last week.
I've got another dilemma though, mate. I want to curse you, but I also want to win the tipping. Have we got two different at the moment?
No. Oh well.
We will have.
No. So we both tipped Shaky. We both tipped Richo. I tipped Simo. You've tipped Aaron. So the last two are Matt versus Serge and Crouch versus Baker.
Nah, that'll be Serge. I'm telling you, mate, Serge is going to start. This is where Serge starts crumbling, right here. It's already started.
You're tipping Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fall of Serge starts today.
I was going to tip Serge because LeBron is questionable.
Nah, he just had a couple games off, didn't he? He'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks the record as a couple games off. That sounds pretty fair. The Lakers have still got to try and make it, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But
he's
playing through that foot injury.
I think he plays a couple. How many games do the Lakers have in these 2 weeks? 4? How many either side? Probably 2 and 2. You probably might play them all, I reckon.
I think the Lakers, they were one of the ones that had 4. There's about 3 teams that don't have 4 or 5 games.
I don't think there's any 5s, right? I think it's all 4s, right?
I think there was 1 or 2 that had 5 over the 2 weeks.
It's very hard for me. I can't be bothered. I checked the schedule roughly, and I still can't be bothered. I still don't know who's got 5. I know Bill's got 3 games in the first week. That's about it. But he's only got 1 in the second. So there you go. That's probably all I checked.
All right, here we go. Actually, the Lakers and the Clippers both only have 3 games.
Interesting.
And the Bucks and the T-Wolves, the Suns, the Blazers, and the
Bucks have 4?
And the Mavericks.
They've all got 3.
Yep, they've all got 3.
That makes that a pretty close matchup. Then really doesn't it? All the big guns only having 3.
Yeah. Atlanta and Brooklyn as well.
There you go.
I'm
still gonna tip Rain, bro.
Boston have 5. They're the only team with 5.
Boston have 5. So Aaron, when there goes that tip, he's pretty much got half of Boston's team.
No, he does too, doesn't he? Although Jaylen Brown will be out until after the break.
Is he out after the break? Is he? Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got 3 in the first week and 2 in the second.
Yeah. He's still got Tatum, Williams.
Tatum. Yep, that's true.
The other idiot he's got Brogdon.
Yeah. With Smart out as well, Brogdon getting a little boost.
Oh fuck! White's been dominating.
Yeah, fuck off.
By the way, just a little side note. Now, I don't want to bring this shit up because it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to bring it up because it matters, as in it's funny. Is that Derek White's 33-point game the other day, I think it was, just happened to be on Buddha's bench. And I get a message saying, "Oh, how did that happen?" Let's just say that I watched that matchup pretty closely, and it was very clear to me that he wasn't going to win that game because of the impact it had on yourself and myself. So look at it like you want. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm just saying there was no chance Buddha was winning this week, even if he wanted to, because he just couldn't let Aaron not make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just showing that out there because fuck Buddha, right? But to send me that, I don't know how it happened. Well, you didn't put him on the field, mate. That's how it happened. Like, it doesn't. I don't really care. He was probably not going to win anyway. But it's just a bit of a coinky-dink that him losing affected yourself and myself very much. And then he was, he tried so hard against us to win as well.
Did he try? I don't think he tried against me. He says that he
says he just didn't have a chance, I don't think, against either of us. Yeah. I don't think he had a chance to get Aaron either, but it's just, Derek White has a monster, and it was a monster game. I think he got like 2 steals and 3 blocks and all this shit. It was a monster.
7 threes to halftime. Yeah. Did he would it have actually ended up making a difference? Would he have
I don't think so. What he was, he ended up using 8-1, right? He got smashed. 20 rebounds, 20 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. It could have got him a few categories, but I don't think it would have affected it. But it's just, you don't need to send me that shit, bro. I wasn't even looking at your matchup. I didn't even care. I thought Aaron would smash you. 7-2, I thought. I wasn't even worried about that. I was just keeping a close eye on my own matchup and yours, obviously. Like, didn't even care about that, any other matchup this week. I wasn't even looking at any others. Didn't really care. Didn't even notice that DeRozan wasn't on the field. So there you go. I'm not looking. I don't notice that. Because it just doesn't bother. It's just irrelevant at the moment, that shit.
Well, we'll come back and address all that in
yeah,
it does matter.
These are just little funny things that I've noticed on Buddha this week, He thinks we don't know that. He thinks I don't see these things for some reason. But yeah.
Buddha just thinks that no one notices what he does.
Yeah. It's like you shit talking a player and then asking and then trading for him 2 weeks later. It's just a bit like that,
I shit talk the same players consistently for years at a time.
Yeah. And then you throw in your offers for him, right? Hey, it's smart marketing. I'm fine with the marketing, mate. Not having a crack at your method. It's just a consistent method, okay? So when you bagged Sabonis earlier in the year, I knew there was going to be an offer coming at some point, and it did, didn't it?
I mean, if you just go by all the players I've bagged, then I wouldn't be allowed to offer any trades. That's pretty much bagged.
It's a pattern. It's fine. Like I said, I don't care about your methods, mate. Whatever gets you the players. But people are catching on to it, so you might need to change your methods. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not going all in and trying to win this week because of anyone else but myself. If I decided to blow it up, it would have been for myself and myself only. I don't give a fuck about everyone else. I really don't. I weighed up basically the idea of I'm probably not going to win the league. Having a seventh keeper is still a good thing, and then getting some picks would be great too. I went all in. Let's try and have a crack and see what happens, because of what happened last year in the playoffs with Butter and Baker being so dominant and then not even making the final. So that was pretty much how I weighed up my whole thing this week, regardless of what people wanted.
Fair enough. I'm still an advocate that you should just be blowing it up, though. Like, just do the smart thing here.
If Buddha would just offer me your first, then we'd be fine. We'd go hard at it. It'd be even funner. Yeah. I've been waiting the last 2 days for offers from you, mate, and you've sent me none. You haven't even enticed me once. Your words mean nothing. We should leave it on that. Your words mean nothing, mate.
Yeah. I haven't really spoken to anyone about trades this week, to be honest. I was waiting for it to all end.
Well, it's the last day of the trade period, mate. So
it is too, yeah.
Midnight tonight?
I actually have no idea.
I've got an easy day tomorrow. I've got no players, so I've got a nice cruisy day off, pretty much. There's only 2 games tomorrow, so Detroit, Boston.
Yeah, I've got Fred playing.
Toronto, and Toronto are playing Detroit, and then Boston. Who are Boston playing?
So Memphis. So a 6 a.m. game, or for a 5:30 game for you Central timers, and a 7 a.m. game. 6:30, sorry.
But if you have players playing in those 2 games, set your lineups, you fuckwits.
Yeah, do that tonight.
Even though none of the matchups matter apart from one.
Yep. Oh, Fred better fucking start it off good.
Yeah, I hope he shoots fucking 2 of 15.
Bite me, you fucking wall.
You'll actually be perfect tomorrow. He does a hammy.
That's mean. Why would you? No, stop. We'll leave it there.
We're only friends until we have to play each other to the death, and that's what we're doing this week. So for the next 2 weeks, right? Respect is still there, but I'm going to hope all your players die. Okay.
I'll just
going to hope all my players die. It's fair.
Just do me a favor and kill me and put me out of my misery. We're going to leave it there for this week. Undecided on if we'll do one next week in the middle of the matchups or not. We might just take a week off.
We'll just do a quick one.
We'll discuss that.
Yeah.
But just no promises to these idiots.
Yeah, no. It might happen if one of us is losing 9-0, then it's probably not going to happen. So.
Yeah, we might. Maybe if I'm up 9-0, I'll make the effort.
I'm telling you right now, it's not happening, mate. If one of us is losing 9-0, it's not happening. Okay, simple as that. I'll even claim 8-1 as it's not happening. Okay.
All right. Thanks for listening this week, guys, and we'll be back with the season wrap in a couple of weeks.
We'll be back with Gordon sad and miserable in 2 weeks when I knock off my bunny. So I need to beat my bunny, right? So I hope your players all survive and don't die, and I just beat you fairly. We'll have a fun time in 2 weeks.
Okay, I just hope I die. So cool. See ya.